it possible that everybody can put themselves in a box, pretend there's something they are not, and you have to treat me in that way? In the future, if I keep switching 24/7, nobody knows what I am. What is that person? I don't know, sir. I just know he has a brown skin. Is he black? That's bad. You need to ask him what he is today. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Hey people, topic of the day. Got another one for you. It's Matt Walsh. It seems there's a clip. It's going around. It's like 1.7 billion views. So, everybody's watching. He's tagging, washing, whatever on Twitter and everything. So let's watch the clip. And remember, people are saying that he lost this discussion. Remember that. This discussion is a win for LGBTQ. By the LGBTQ standard, at least those that are responding, which usually are the loudest on Twitter.
What we do in gender studies is not just reduce gender to what psychologists might call individual differences, but rather thinking about gender, and that's not women and man, but gender as a social form, something that kind of infuses itself into virtually all aspects of social life.
Let's talk about that then. I guess we should start with, we've got gender and sex, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between the two? Is there a difference?
I saw that in your questions and I thought, my goodness, this is what we spend an entire semester kind of thinking through. But what we tend to think about in the social sciences today is that sex refers to a set of biological characteristics and gender is a social construct or category. What I think is often misleading about that characterization is allowed to be sort of messy and complicated. But in that framing, when you split them up into these wholly discrete constructs, studies scholars, and really more specifically people who study gender and sex, we're not talking about sexuality right now. In the kind of academic universe that I travel in is that we see how deeply gendered ideas, cultural ideas about masculinity and femininity, maleness and femaleness, both in humans and in
There are tweets out there that people are suggesting that he caught this information because he didn't want to listen to him. And I'm like, we don't want to listen to you because you make such a convoluted gray zone that nobody really can understand. And I have to interpret your information. And by trying to understand it, you always keep saying, well, you're doing it wrong. Well, it can be this. Well, it can be that. I'm like, look, man, just do whatever you want. What surprises people is that you cannot even explain what is a woman, but you want me to still say, that's a woman because the woman told me to call him that, even if they have a penis. That's the problem. There's no logic. You just want us to say something that even we don't agree with by general, right? It's like, what the heck is this? Look at this stupid picture. If it has a penis, it isn't a she. And somebody responded, I'm straight, so whatever makes my dick hard is a woman. F-word. And everybody's like, oh my god, Biden need to say this. I'm like, dude, I wish he said that because everybody would love their asses off. This is so stupid. Of course somebody might have an erection because they see somebody that looks like a woman. That is their definition of what a woman is. Somebody that again gave me a poinyoyoyoyoy. That's the definition. But then again, if the same person that wanted to have a kid, you're going to tell me go adopt a kid. You see, it's wishy-washy. You guys don't even understand what people want. You just want erections. Well, you got it. But that doesn't mean we want you.
So are gender and sex two different things? Or
Well, I think that they both are and they aren't. I'm comfortable saying that gender and sex are
mushy
constructs, but they're deeply intertwined with each other.
We're talking about gender and sex, and there's a lot of controversies there. If we're talking about a trans woman has all of the male physical characteristics, so would that not be a male then? Couldn't we plainly say this person is a male?
Well, I guess it's like, why are you asking the question? I think I want to understand sort of.
I mean, you're the expert.
So if someone tells
Just
you,
to sort of understand reality, you know.
Well, I mean, I think when someone tells you who they are, you should believe them.
No. I don't think that we're going to play that game. Because by that standard, a lot of people will get hurt if that's a logic that you want to apply to everything. So it's a very dangerous logic. And what I notice when people, especially left-leaning, when they talk about this stuff is they want you to respond and they will only talk about the thing that you respond.
Is that they're a woman or they're a man then that's them telling you their gender is. I'm not so sure what social interactions would have to do with maleness or femaleness that we.
Well, I'm not even talking about social context. I'm just trying to start by getting to the truth. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really uncomfortable with that language of getting to the truth again.
Oh,
social life.
Why is that uncomfortable?
Because it sounds actually deeply transphobic to me.
explain yourself. That is the thing. They talk so much, but they don't say anything. I'm like, dude, whatever. I don't want to misgender you, but you need to be able to speak in a way that I can understand you. But you're talking in a way that's so confusing that only children understand you at school, because they don't even understand what the world is or how it even works. It surprises me you're in such a powerful position without the possibility to explain it in a way that the most reasonable person with a very low IQ, if I have to say it like that, can actually understand properly where you're coming from. I'm never going to say somebody, this it is, just believe it because I told you, because that's how it sounds like.
And if you keep probing, we're gonna stop the interview.
Oh, my heart.
Probe about what the truth is?
You keep invoking the word truth, which is condescending and rude.
Well, we can say that about a lot of people. This is my truth. Who says it's more? Men? No, your truth. Oh my God, we don't want to talk about the truth because you mean it in a bad way. What happened to the meaty woman with Amber Heard? I guess that went in a bad way too, right?
I'm saying to you,
how is the word truth condescending and rude?
Why don't you tell me what your truth is? And you're walking on 30 seconds more of thin ice before I get up.
You see it? They can't answer it.
Truth is, well, I don't think I really have the truth. I think that there's just the truth, like the reality. And so we should begin by trying to figure out what the reality is.
Uh-huh. And why are you concerned with when someone else tells you that they're a man, or even if they use the word male, why are you concerned with not believing them?
Actually, nobody officially cared. The problem is you have a man dressed like a woman. We can clearly see because he transitioned late. So we accidentally say he. They start flipping like crazy. And by saying that by accident, because I'm not used to that, I can lose my job. That is why people are asking. I don't care what you want to do, but you're coming with your freedom in my freedom to decide what I have to represent. I thought you just wanted to get married. That was the start. Now it's a pushy-washy every freaking world till the Disney Channel trying to reach my kid. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Imagine some LGBTQ. I'm gonna refer to that story. My son likes pink. This person told me pink is no gender. I'm like, okay, Gucci. And then they dressed my son like a princess. I mean, I thought it had no gender. It's just a princess dress. You dress all the kids. All the kids. All the boys in princess dress. Is it by accident that all are trans women? And she's like, we didn't mean it like that. It's like weird. You guys are making it so confusing, bro.
Well, you keep bringing it back to, how do you respond in a social situation?
That's what I do. I'm a social scientist.
Well, we're in a university. This is a place of understanding truth, isn't it? Or
absolutely. We pursue truth, and I'm a social scientist, and that's what I do.
You just said the truth is transphobic.
That you would say, if you're saying the truth is that I...
Oh, he said it with a specific tone, so that is then transphobic. Amen. 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 You gotta be freaking kidding me. Freaking kidding me. Because if I'm worried that stupid people are gonna dress like as a trans person, right? Go to a boy's bathroom to do nasty stuff. And you're like, no. We're not allowed to think that like that. It's transphobic. It makes me believe you care more about the trans people that go with proper reason to the bathroom than the people that go with improper reason to the bathroom. You're like, let trans people pee calmly, even though certain people don't even belong there, because that's more important. Because by the way you're talking, sooner or later, it's going to be LGBTQ plus P. And you're going to be like, nah, it's not going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, you said you just wanted to get married. If that happened, this is going to happen.
I get to say, you're not a man. Show me your genitalia. That's transphobic.
No, I don't want to see anybody's genitalia. I mean,
yeah,
someone
me too.
can make a statement about themselves that could be untrue. Like, for example, if I were to say that I'm a black man, could you Would you accept that, or would you be skeptical?
Are you black? Are you African American? Are you biracial?
I don't think so.
You don't look that, and I don't think it doesn't sound like that's
No, that's race phobic. Because if I say that to a woman, well, you don't look like a woman, that's transphobic, right? So that's racist phobic.
genuine statement of who you are.
Okay, so that's my point. I could make a statement about who I am that's incorrect.
Of course, I think it's well established that human beings can lie, yes.
Or not even lie. I mean, I could just be mistaken.
Yeah.
I guess this all comes down to really one question. Especially women, gender, and sexuality studies. So what is a woman?
Why do you ask that question?
Why do you ask a question too?
I just really like to know.
What do you think the answer to that question is?
Why do you ask a question?
Well, I'm asking. That's why I came to a college professor who's this is what you do.
What other kinds of answers have you gotten?
Why do you ask more questions? It's like, I can't answer that, so I'm automatically going to ask you more questions. It's so unique. It's so unique. Why can you not define something, but if somebody tells me what it is, I have to call him that? But I can't define it. I need to be able to define something that I'm going to call somebody so I can place it. I live in a logical world. You cannot come with your illogical way of thinking and tell somebody you have to think this way. That's like me, a Christian, go to an atheist and be like, you have to think about spirituality this way because they exist. It's not gonna work.
A lot of like this where you're not answering. I've got a lot of that. So.
I think it's interesting that you say that some of the people you've interviewed have been reluctant to answer it, and I think that has a lot to do with the questions that preceded it and the way that you've conducted yourself in the interview.
How have I conducted myself?
How do you think you've conducted yourself?
Stop with the question.
You just really don't want to answer the questions, dude.
You cannot answer anything because we need to give you a response to make you look like an expert because you dissect the thing that I say, but you don't have anything to say. If I can do that to my wife, she would divorce me 100%.
I came today very willing and enthusiastic about answering questions about women's gender
Yeah,
and
sure.
sexuality studies, which is
So
the
you
work
wanted
that I do.
you wanted to answer questions about women's studies, and so shouldn't the first answer you should be able to provide is what exactly is a woman?
Yeah.
For me, it's actually a really simple answer, and that's a person who identifies as a woman.
But what are they identifying as?
As a woman.
So what is that?
As a woman.
Do you know what a circular definition is?
Ooh.
I do.
Oh, really? You need to define it?
It's sort of like what you're doing right now. Where a woman is a woman.
Because you're seeking what we would call in my field of work an essentialist definition of gender. I think it sounds like you would like me to give you a set of biological or cultural characteristics that are associated.
Nobody said any cultural, nobody, any characteristic, nobody said anything. A woman is a woman. A woman has a pum pum or parts of the pum pum, has specific things, has the possibility to have a cancer. It's a package. It belongs together. You might not have a specific percentage because of the birth defect, but you have the majority of it. You might not look like a woman, but you might have it inside you, right? It has nothing to do with your mind or the way you're thinking or how you grew up. When you grow, certain things are going to happen to your body if you like it or not. If you do specific things, you can make a baby if you want it or not. The thing is, these are gender and it will happen. I've met women with the most gangster voice and I've met men like me with the most feminine voice when they were little. Trust me, they still think I'm a man, just a feminine man or a butch gangster woman. Is it okay? Yes, we need more spaces for people that have that quality. We need more Michael Jackson. I don't know which woman is butch, but because I don't really focus on those stupidity things. You are saying that we don't want to label people, but you labeled so many freaking gender in every feeling that exists. It surprises me. And we got this, we have to deal with this? Come on, man.
Associated with one gender or the other.
I'm not seeking any type of definition. I'm just seeking a definition.
Yeah, and I gave you one.
Look, man, the problem isn't the word woman. The problem is that everybody can get so hurt so easily in the LGBTQ. When you see those videos of the conference they have, hey man, you said this about the woman, you said how we had to feel. Everybody lifts their hands 24/7 because somebody's hurt. Don't use that word. Don't use that word. That's the problem. You're a Hitler. You're actually an official social grammar Nazi, and you want to control how people speak and how they define stuff. It's like it was one thing, and it started with you just want to get married. I'm like, what do you want? By your logic, I can just say I'm an Asian person. Oh yeah! And YouTube cannot ban me because I believe I'm a Chinese person. So I can just say whatever I want, right? By that logic. I can be a Mexican tomorrow. Then I be a Swedish person. Then I can be African. Why are you gay? I mean, dude, what do you guys want? You are making it possible that everybody can put themselves in a box, pretend there's something they are not, and you have to treat me in that way. In the future, if I keep switching 24/7, nobody knows what I am. What is that person? I don't know, sir. I just know he has a brown skin. Is he black? That's bad. You need to ask him what he is today. You make it so convoluted with so many things. Everybody can make a mistake. Everybody will get hurt. As if that is your mission. You want everybody to live in a sensitive world, and you have the human right to be like that. When other people are fighting for you so you can enjoy such a human right. Most people in the LGBTQ has humongous amount of mental health issue, and we need to keep you safe also. When you don't want to understand the real world, you must be bugging people. You must be bugging. I don't understand this at the level because you can't explain your point of view. It's all about just accept it. Hey man, I need to stop. I might trigger myself. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, the usual thing. And let me know what you guys think about the whole situation, because it's actually way more frustrating than it is. Sometimes I like to pretend like I'm a trans woman or a trans man just to confuse people in these Discord chats. So like, hey man, I'm this. And they're like, hey, you cannot, who are you to define this? And they're like, they block because they don't know what they can say to me. The power is amazing. You should try it out.
Don't get me wrong, my boss a guitar bong.